The only reason I'm responding to this is because Steven Biss's wife is pissed because you're lying about her and about what she's been doing. DeFango's pissed because you're lying about him in that whole situation. And I'm pissed because you're lying about me. He's just going around lying about me and lying about DeFango and lying about Homeseth and all this stuff. Like, and I don't know what happened to Unirock's Twitch channel, but according to DeFango, you lose your Twitch channel and you create a new one, they come in and take that one away as well.
What's up, folks? This is going to be a video to Unirock. I do apologize that I struck your Twitch channel, put your phone number in your Twitch chat for your subscribers, and I also apologize for making it seem like I didn't believe that you were a veteran.
So, I don't know exactly what happened. I guess he lost his Twitch channel or some shit, and he's blaming DeFango or something. I didn't even see Unirock's video. I just saw DeFango's response video. And it's interesting because there was a couple things in there that were just factually incorrect. First off, DeFango and I are not friends. Okay? I would call us bare minimum internet acquaintances. But he was wrong about one thing he said, which is the whole, thing about his lawyer and the lawyer's wife and all that. Like, I think they took on DeFango's case pro bono because of the work, according to Tanya, which is his wife. According to her, she was the one who wrote up all the paperwork and stuff and basically begged Steve to cover it, to do something for DeFango. And then they were the ones who reached out to Robert David Steele. So what DeFango got wrong is Robert David Steele didn't go to Steven Biss or whatever because of DeFango. He went there because I think one of them reached out to him or something, but that part of it's wrong, according to Tanya. Okay? And I'm not represented by Steven Biss. Okay? And the fact is, and Tanya sent me this morning, I could show you the text if I wanted to. Okay? The reason she supports my channel with super chats and PayPals, which I've talked about in the past, is because I'm exposing pedophiles. That's it. And I'm not one of her husband's clients. So there's no conflict of interest there. Just total utter bullshit about people.
Chief Counsel Steele, thank you for stewarding so much of the process over the last few days. You've done exemplary service to this commission. You've said a great deal, and you've led us in so many directions. I know that most people are probably unable to keep up with the way that your remarkable mind works. I've just about managed it over the recent months. Any closing comments from you?
No, I got involved in pedophilia many years ago. I got involved in pedophilia many years ago, and nobody wanted to hear it. And I cannot stress the value of David Seaman and Pizzagate. That was the key to the door of the public mind. And now we are, I think, the logical follow-on. I don't know if the money will come, but I believe it will. There will be the emergence of an anti-pedophilia network of citizen intelligence officers who help put this stuff up.
So this is my pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, huh? Finding out that a lawyer has wasted a year of my time and has done it to other YouTubers and other truthers as well. DeFango at some point, I believe in the next month or so, is going to come into DC, and we're going to sit down and share our notes on this sad piece of shit. This sad piece of shit of a man, this lawyer who wasted a year of my time How could he expect me to represent myself? That's not what I paid $15,000 for. So this kind of blew me out of the water. But hopefully, hopefully that lawyer gets his karmically. Karmically, hopefully he gets his, and hopefully he's looked into. Hopefully he's looked into for targeting truthers. And then in my case, using up some of the last of my money. I want that $15,000 back. I don't feel like he's provided good service at all. And I wonder why I was even targeted by him. And I wonder why fat jolly Robert David Steele, wonder why he so enthusiastically recommended this snake to me. This little snake, shrimpy little snake. I don't know. We're going to find out in the days ahead. And like I said, Defango is going to help. Some of my watchful protectors are going to help. And we're going to get to the bottom of this. Why did this Canadian man not just leave me alone? Why did this Canadian instead waste a year of my time? So they permanently took away my ability to upload videos to YouTube and to Google. And people said, you should sue. And that's what I did. And the lawyer, in my humble opinion, and in the humble opinion of others who know much more than I do, wasted my time. And this is my pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, huh? Guess so. It's good I have friends. What if I were just in some bubble? What if it were literally just me on the couch here, and no smart friends, and nobody in law enforcement? Just little old me waiting to be picked apart by Steven Biss, the first man in world history to be attacked by a shrimp. Right, just sitting here waiting to be chewed apart by this little shrimp. Thankfully, I have friends. What kind of man seeks out pedogate truthers to provide them legal representation? If it weren't for crypto doing well, I'd be with Cappy right now. I'd be with Cappy in the pedogate VIP room up in heaven. If it weren't for Bitcoin, I'd be there. This is bullshit. That's it. They killed us all off, right? Economically and in terms of our platforms. They killed us all off. I hope Steven Biss, I hope that little shrimp is proud of himself. Who has he really helped? Who does Steven Biss actually help? It seems like his clients are very unsatisfied. It seems like Tim Holmseth, wherever he is, in jail, unavailable. Nobody knows what exactly happened to him. Doesn't seem like Tim Holmseth had a good experience with this lawyer. Sounds like Defango didn't have a good experience. I know I didn't have a good experience. Robert David Steele sounds like he's having a good experience, but I don't trust Robert David Steele at all. I don't trust that Jolly Roger of the deep state for even a millisecond.
Figured I would pop in and check in with you guys, see what's going on. We've obviously been working pretty hard today. I spent like at least an hour in the car going through email after email, collecting all the goods that I needed because, I was sending emails to David Seaman. I was sending emails to Jason Goodman. I guess we made good today with Mr. Goodman. We sent him everything we did. Now, he could just be like, hey, this is not going to help me and it's bullshit, and, go back to attacking me. But for some reason, I feel like he's going to be like, all right, well, this is good information. Defango's being straight up. I'm going to leave him alone, and we're going to keep pressing forward, and then I'll just be asking him in questions in the future, because I don't think he's going to even need me to testify in his shit. So yeah, the RDS case is going to be a bumblefuck nightmare for those guys regardless. I think Robert David Steele just needs to get over himself and whatever his perceived thing is about himself. I'm a big man. I was nominated for the thing. I ran PSYOPs on the United States of America. Yeah, fuck that guy. Seriously? He paid me $500 too, so that I wouldn't talk shit about him. Whoops. But that was about it, just like, oh, I'm sorry for like having a thing. Here's the $500. Who set that up? Thomas did. Didn't he? Well, after all these new developments with Dave Seaman and the lawyer and all the other bullshit, the only thing I can do right now is just show Steven Biss that he fucked up big time. Yeah, he's going to get fucked on this one. He's probably the one that's going to get fucked the hardest. He's never going to be able to work in this town again. And then his wife, poor Tanya, Mrs. I don't know how to use the internet, don't realize that people are watching. She's going to have problems too.
It's now been revealed by Manuel Chavez III that he was receiving communications from Steven Biss's wife, Tanya Cornwell. Manuel Chavez has turned over emails, communications between himself, Steven Biss, who is the lawyer for the plaintiff in this matter, Robert David Steele's lawyer. Manuel Chavez was also communicating with Steven Biss's wife, Tanya Cornwell. And the thing that seems unusual about this is that Tanya Cornwell sent Manuel Chavez $1,500 over Patreon.
Hey everybody, it's Defango, and today we're talking about Lestat once again. So Lestat's put up a video called Biss, Net for Truth, H.A. Goodman, Defango. Apparently Mr. Lestat thinks that he's found some pretty big information that nobody could find. He's talking about Frank Bacon, that Lepo character that's a piece of shit. But then, Biss, October 16th. Net for Truth and all these people. Oh, look, Defango's getting paid for these people. He must be in with them, right? Wrong. Let's just go here. Biss. What does that say? $1,500? I mean, it's just kind of funny if this is we're going to have to deal with poor little Lestat.
I wanted to present this information to the judge because it strikes me that if you're a lawyer and you have a third party who's your wife, pay a person to really aggressively encourage that person to bring a lawsuit against someone, that seems not right. And I don't know if what he's done is illegal or not. I do believe by reading this barratry statute and just evaluating what's been done, emails of Biss telling Chavez not to talk to anybody about his communications with his wife, Chavez indicating that he's nervous and sticking to the story. You know, when I revealed that I was communicating with the FBI about stalking and harassing, Chavez was sticking to the story. Now, I hope that the help that Manuel Chavez is providing with this information will ameliorate any, jeopardy that he might be in, because this is a good thing. I want to encourage people who are involved in conspiracies or criminal activity. If you're doing something and you know it's the wrong thing to do, you should come forward. And Manuel Chavez should be praised for that, because he's coming under fire. They're suing me for $18.35 million for what Robert David Steele alleges is defamation. So we're going to have to see what happens. The judge seems very fair. Robert David Steele's lawyer refuses to answer questions about why his wife would have sent $1,500 to Manuel Chavez while she was aggressively encouraging him to bring a lawsuit against me, a lawsuit that she claims to have written for Steven Biss, which I am now in possession of, that alleges all kinds of things that I did not do, very much like the Robert David Steele lawsuit. I've been trying to get in touch with David Seaman. David Seaman published a video a week or two ago where he alleged some of the same things that I am, that Steven Biss had become his lawyer at Robert David Steele's suggestion, that Robert David Steele was very aggressive about getting David Seaman involved in a lawsuit, I think against Twitter. And if I am recalling correctly, David was upset that Steven Biss left him high and dry on the day of the hearing and basically told him to appear pro se. I can tell you it's not very comfortable to appear pro se. And I believe that's what's happening right now with Steven Biss. Steven Biss has refused to answer questions about why his wife was sending Manuel Chavez $1,500 while both his wife and he were basically lobbying Chavez to sue me. He won't answer that. He won't address that. He won't even want to discuss that. Make up stuff and put it in a lawsuit. Doesn't matter. This guy's going to probably settle. Biss's wife tells Chavez, bring the lawsuit and Goodman will probably throw $500,000 at you to settle it. Do you believe that? Do you believe that?